Now for the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden Studios. This is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. First carry for Rachaad White. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Young to throw it. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Opting to run again here with White. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this.
And he will take it in for the touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr., his first touchdown of the new season. And the Condors will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And McLaurin, the motion man right. Throwing now is Daniels. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air goes Daniels. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Marquise Brown, 65 yards. And the Wizards are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. That's caught at the 2. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Hamler now on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Got a man. It's Brown. And some room to roam now. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Daniels looking to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Well, it's an exciting time here in Central Florida for sure. Orlando's such a growing city, and now it's got a relocated NFL franchise to call home. And I know one group of people who are thrilled. That's the Madden developers right down the street. They're pumped. But truthfully, everyone in this city seems ready to support this team to the fullest. And even the players, everybody on down the line, ready to enjoy this Orlando experience. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Out of the gun, it's Young. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. They run straight ahead here with White, and he is going to lose yardage here. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. From the shotgun, it's Young. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and as a result, possession switches hands. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Daniels. This is caught. It's Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Oh, and that is incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
This pass caught by Hamler. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. K.J. Hamler, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Wizards are able to add on to that lead. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. Daniels going to try and throw for it. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player,
It got his man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Here's Young. That ball caught by Harrison. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now Young going to move him around. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll throw again. Young. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one. Young. Touchdown. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 70. And the Condors get a bit closer. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Daniels. This one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. To throw is Daniels. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Back to throw again. He's got Smith here. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Wizards will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll try and run it here.
I
have to admit, I love the excitement of a two-point try. Yeah, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it was unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both of your pins in this last half of the game. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for two.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Third and 5. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Young now. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Working out of the gun, Daniels. That is caught. Finding room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick slant to Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the micro.
He's got a man, complete, and it's caught. Touchdown. K.J. Hamler with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Complete at the 1. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. And not able to get any further as he's taken down right there on the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 1.
Let's go now. Come back, team.
To the air goes Daniels. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Off the play fake, Daniels. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action. Daniels going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their results.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. In motion left goes Smith. Goes right back to Smith again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jaden Daniels, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Wizards add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team felt like they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything went wrong in game 1. They took care of business with it in game 2.
They'll look to throw. And that's caught at the 2. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now Young. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's White. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Throwing, Young. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today. And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking,
What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. It'll be Young again. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Play action, now it's Daniels. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his second touchdown of the night. And the Wizards are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for two.
The offense will line up for a two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. He's got it at the 2. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it in for the touchdown. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown of the night. And the Condors get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Condors 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drops. And that's caught inside the 35. And touchdown! Terry McLaurin with career touchdown number 60. And the Wizards have got it on cruise control. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive?
75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. And, oh, my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Let's go.
On the bootleg, it's Daniels. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. Here's Daniels. And this one complete to Smith. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Daniels looking to throw. Flush to his right. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And now once again, they'll line up to go for two.
Let's go now.
That's caught at the 2. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now here's Young. Able to find his man, Kraft. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Here's Young. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down, Young from the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Young now from the 50. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Young, he's going to change it up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. There he goes, right side. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. An impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the 4th quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one all the way out.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Daniel's going to try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Young. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. But there are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for it.
And my goodness, another interception. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation,
that's caught inside the 20. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
To throw is Daniels. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well,